point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Welcome to another one. I hope all is well with you. In this video, we are going to be touching on motherhood and on single motherhood and the situation and the correlation between the woman that got punched in the face. She was a pro-life activist. I'm just going to play the video, and in between the video, just share my thoughts and break down the situation.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that your point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
This already started off as irritating because a lot of these women want to say like, oh, you don't understand the magnitude of giving birth and the magnitude of having a child, but then they're willing to open up their legs. Like, people don't understand, like, there are consequences to actions. We have a responsibility. I hate to bring up Spider-Man, but that part where they were saying, oh, with great power comes great responsibility. They listen, that's a straight fact. Being a woman and being able to have kids, yes, you're not literally sewing and knitting the child in your womb. You don't know how to make these things. It's God that's creating this child within you. But to have the honor to be able to carry a child and reproduce and to create future generations and to not go extinct is a great opportunity. So why play in reproductive organs? We need to bring back waiting for marriage. Wow.
You have a channel?
Yeah, we're doing some interviews today.
I love your skin tone too.
Thank you. Such a good vibe.
Of course.
Really awesome. So we're asking people's opinion today on Planned Parenthood. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what they provide?
Yes. Abortion.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Safe abortions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know any other services that they provide?
I don't know to teens if they're under 18, you get like birth control, condoms, counseling. They offer a lot of, beneficial things that the youth really should use right now.
Okay. So you have a pretty positive view of Planned Parenthood.
They blurred it out, but you can see. What? I already knew it's trap, but seeing it, that's why they don't want you to see it, because of how terrible it is. They blurred it out, but if you could see, this is the baby could be older, second trimester, ripping off the legs, the spine. Like, can you imagine that happening to you? Like, that's crazy. And then there are states where you could, at least from what I've known in the past, where you can get an abortion up to 5 months. And there was a picture that I saw that I just can't unsee of this baby that was like, you could see the face. Yes, they was still like really slim, but you could see the face, and the baby was like this, like that, like in pain and agony, scared.
The youth really should use right now.
Okay. So you have a pretty positive view of Planned Parenthood.
I mean, majority. I don't know. Is this like a yes or no? Am I wrong?
Your opinion.
But yeah, that is definitely my opinion. I feel like, especially as teens, people get caught up in things that they really don't want to commit to for their entire lives. So if you get caught up with the wrong guy, you think you're in love. Their entire as teens, people get caught up in things that they really don't want to commit to for their entire lives. So if you get caught up with the wrong guy, you think you're in love. And then
why don't we push waiting until marriage? Why don't we push the education, letting them know who not to pick? I notice whenever I put like information like that, as far as like, be careful who you choose, who you choose can determine your peace, X, Y, and Z, women get mad. And the reason why is because they are inhabiting demons. There are demons that are around them that are utilizing them, that are essentially keeping them under a strong delusion. Of course, you're going to make your own decisions and your own choices. And the reason why those demonic entities are there is because you let them in with sin. When you open the door to sin, when you open the door to arrogance, when you open the door to pride.
Now you stuck. Not stuck, but you're stuck with a baby.
Honestly, the best way is prevention. Fathers, mothers, teach your kid to value their virtue, value their God-given virtue. Your body is a temple for the Most High, and that's why God had put it on me to write a book about my experiences and the things that I've learned, the rooms that I went in and come back out of because of God's protection, and learn from my mistakes. And also, if you are expecting a baby is a blessing. These are things that if I had known, I would have avoided a lot of mistakes, because Eve is under attack in this thing. Yes, Adam and Eve. He's trying to separate and break apart the family, but he knows who is the weaker vessel. And that's why these medical systems, these pharmaceutical companies, they go after Eve. So if you do want to show your support and gain value, there's over a few hundred pages worth of information that I can't really talk about on these platforms. You could go ahead into the link in the description. Back to the video.
For the rest of, this time, literally the rest of their lives and your life, if you're that kind of mother, because
so you acknowledge that they have a life, that is a life.
Women just don't have it in them, and they abandon them and abuse them and all kind of shit. And it's like, girl, just get rid of it if you know you're gonna do that.
Get rid of them. Why not just give them to another family that's good?
No, but exactly, even that, and that's another option that Planned Parenthood offers. So it's like, if you know that you are not the being who can provide for this child, then they're
Planned Parenthood aborts 228 babies for every one adoption referral.
Are alternative options out there for you. So I definitely understand why people do abort children. Don't have babies that you don't want. Don't have babies that men are telling you in front of your face that they do not want. I wish more stop doing that. Like, it's like a plan to
why don't they just stop having sex with people they don't want to have a child with?
That too. To me, it's always pro-choice, your body, your life, because baby, that baby is gonna be a baby. Yeah, and you're gonna have that person. So yeah.
Well, do you know that Planned Parenthood gets nearly $700 million of our taxpayer money every year?
$700 million. I mean, honestly, I can't go against Planned Parenthood. I just can't.
That's the demon in her, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, that's the demon in her. They can't go against their father, which is Satan. Okay, Satan runs all of these organizations, all of these different government agencies, all the acronyms, all the codes in this matrix. That's why you see these women, they don't have any legitimate responses to things. They just cannot compute, must respond, must comply, like type vibe. Do you peep? It's crazy. Instead of using what do you mean? Like, you can't go, you ignore facts because you feel like you have to stick it out for Planned Parenthood. Why?
$700 million for how many single mothers?
Of our money. But they're not giving it to single mothers, though.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if we're gonna just, single out where it is that our tax dollars go, then the police, respectfully.
So it's really interesting because since 2010, prenatal care has been down for 80% since 2010 at Planned Parenthood. Adoption referrals. So this is why this is research straight from their yearly report of 2022 to 2023, I believe it is. And so they're a 501c3. They have to tell us what they do every single year. So this is straight.
Which should be any union corporation. If we are paying tax dollars towards you, I need to know that you are doing the job and doing it correctly.
Right. But let me continue to tell you. So the STI testing and treatment down 15% since 2019. Client numbers down overall 34% since 2006. Donors down 21%. Conscious.
Look how she just wants to she just keeps talking. Be quiet and listen. How about that?
Contraceptives down 44%, breast screenings, manual breast exams down over 80%, and you mentioned adoption. They commit 228 abortions for every one adoption referral. So why are they getting so much more money yet all of their services are going down?
The services are going down because people are afraid. Women are afraid of. Women don't know. They don't know what they're exposing their bodies to. A lot of people, especially behind abortion, there's a stigma.
But their abortions are going up. So they used to have this slogan where they said safe, legal, and rare. That's what we want. Safe, legal, and rare abortions, until it was exposed that a lot of these facilities were requiring abortion quotas. So the more abortions each facility did, the more praise that they would get awards. And so it's really interesting. That doesn't really make it seem like they want safe, legal, and rare abortions.
How many people can you think, or are you going to assume, would literally abandon their children with no repercussions from the state?
No, it's called safe haven baby boxes. Where at a fire station or hospital, you can leave your baby, and the mother doesn't have to do it.
I didn't even know that, but they make it seem like you would get in trouble, whatever the case is. And I'm not advocating for leaving your baby and stuff like that, but the way that women are, it's going across all different avenues. There are a lot of people that are battling demons that are demonically possessed, but if you talk like this or you say things like this, they label you as crazy, they label you as religious, they label you as a conspiracy theorist, all of that. But that's the situations that are going on. Just because you don't see something physically doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Do anything with it, but that's better than baby through abortion, right?
No, ma'am.
It's not better to give your baby up to a family who wants them instead of killing them?
I've seen so many stories, countless, literally, like countless stories.
What happens in an abortion?
They literally suck the life out of you. They're going to take the whole baby out. And as they should, because I shouldn't be a taxpayer paying child support and food stamps and WIC.
And then it's funny because I literally just found out that the majority of people that are on food stamps and those programs are white women. So that's just something to throw out there, because there's going to be that bias that's what it's attached to, that Black women that are holding all of the food stamps are taking advantage of all of those things. And it's funny how that's the narrative that they try to push out there, which isn't surprising. But the fact that she just said that $700 million goes into, or is taken from taxpayers' money per year, she rather pay to kill kids than to have the kids be supported, have a new generation. I mean, it's absolutely wild. And you see how she explained it. She's completely fine with this. A lot of these women out here they have evil spirits. They have evil entities around them. That's why I explain on this channel how women have become like just this like cold being, like they're not even nurturing.
You should be a taxpayer paying for abortions?
Exactly. But as for a woman who didn't want the baby in the first place, that doesn't make sense to me.
What doesn't make sense to me is if you don't want a child, you shouldn't be doing the actions that create children.
Never sit here and lock yourself down with a man who already told you he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't.
The man, we should not be sleeping with each other. It's a crazy responsibility. The same woman that's here going off at the mouth, toting off at the mouth, won't let nobody talk, flailing her arms around in the sky, is the same woman whose mother decided to keep her, whose father decided to keep her, and decided to let her live in this world. I guarantee you would not have wanted your parents to completely delete you and for you to not be among us. That's just what it is. The way that women be walking around here with their necks held high, soft life this, and they deserve that, and you deserve every little thing just for living, just for existing. Those women that you, in order to go on a date with me, you got to spend this amount of money. Clearly, women see themselves as these goddesses, as these beings that are above everything else. That's how they move now, the modern women. If the shoe don't fit you, don't wear it. But that's how these women carry themselves. Look at Instagram. They're all over Instagram. You see everything. Nothing is left to the imagination. So these women, I know for a fact, would not want to be here basking in their own glory and moving excessively pridefully. So let's say that, and the same women that say, oh, my body, my choice, are the same women that won't look at other situations. If it's so my body, my choice, if there was a situation where somebody is robbing you and they have and they say, oh, well, it's my gun, it's my choice. Oh, well, it's my body, it's my choice to take your life. That's the same thing. That's what these women fail to understand. That's what these women fail to operate in, is discernment and understanding. Why? Just as much as they're only skin deep, they don't think that deep either. When you are blinded by your pride and your ego, the Satan can use you like a puppet.
I agree with you.
I'm not disagreeing with you either. I understand.
You don't get to kill the baby just because their dad didn't want them. Should we kill the kids in foster care?
Why not? Why not? If that's the case,
we should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted.
Who's gonna take care of them? I need to know the percentage of people who take children from foster care and abuse them, and who make them like personal slaves.
You should just kill them.
Statistics before you come to me talking about pro-life.
You should kill the victims of molestation.
I think, what does this have to do with molestation?
You just said that.
Molesting children. We should kill the kids in foster care is what you said.
What I'm saying is, in general, overall, if I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to.
Just don't have sex then. Just don't have
That's not even logical. It is.
Yo. See how she rather lay on her back. She rather open up her legs than save a child's life. That's what y'all doing. And literally says the kids that are living, that survived 9-10 month period in the womb, to off them as well. And then I seen comments that was saying that, oh, this isn't the full video. That's why I just went on the full video, because they was like, oh, this isn't the full video. The girl was provoking her. Now that I'm watching it, I mean, this isn't provoking. Before I watch, I'm like, yeah, okay, if you provoking somebody, if you're purposely, getting in somebody's face, going like this, like that's something that's a triggering, right? But she looks like she's just sitting there, going back and forth with the mic. She's spitting facts. She's looked up research. She's looked up the statistical data. She's looked up the financial data. She's done her research. She came correct. This girl, that's why a lot of these feminists move like this, because they don't have facts. They're maneuvering off of fairy tales. They're maneuvering off of emotions. They're maneuvering off of silliness. Okay, they're maneuvering off of selfishness. She said, don't have sex then. Like that's actually not a hard thing to do. When we came into this world, we weren't having sex. When we learned about it somehow. And of course, that's why I said you have to watch out, because Satan tries to introduce sex to your kids early. I was introduced when I think I was 6. And it was because I was watching that. I went into a room. Next thing you know, I'm seeing something on the screen, which was corn, which I'm not supposed to see. I knew there was something wrong with it. Okay. There are people that are getting locked up, as they should, for a minute for taking somebody else's life. That is not your life to take. We as people, we as women, we have a lot of responsibility, as men too. But I speak about women because I as a woman can speak for my experience. That's wild.
Who are you, Nancy?
I sound dumb.
You
sound dumb as okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore.
And then, if anything, she's provoking. Oh, you sound dumb as, like, you know what I'm saying? She's the provoker. She's the one that's like, are we like, that's why I said feminists, y'all really need to like go figure stuff out before it's too late for y'all. Okay, y'all need Jesus, because when the time comes, it's going to come, whether you believe it or not. We will see. But I don't want that to have to happen like that. But I understand, okay, that not everybody, because everybody could make their own choice. We're pro-choice, right? Okay, well, you can make your own choice, all right? But just know that there are consequences to your decisions.
And it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice.
She getting aggressive.
From saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that your point of view it's very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of
having a child.
Irony.
I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm
That's really.
Yo. These people, that's why she hasn't. Wow. People like her haven't met the right one. She wasn't provoking her. I mean, towards the end part, she just said what she said, but she's kind of meeting her energy, but not even to the full extent.
She attacked my wife.
Dad, you fortunate that man don't meet you with the same energy. Why are you walking? Wow. That's why you got to be careful the way like you talk to these feminists, and they're demonically possessed. They have issues. They have things that she knew that what she was saying was straight facts because it's straight facts, period. There's no emotional feelings. No, that's what it is. It's murder. Straight up and down. Is that a life? Is that and then she's openly, it's like you can't not admit that it's murder. It is what it is, right? You can't not admit that it's not a life that's there inside of your womb, which is why you're freaking out about it, because you wanted to do whatever you wanted to do. And that's what it is, right? But when it comes to these like people, like you got to be very careful and mindful, not to say that you should stop or let that stop you or let that put you in fear. No. Just know that you got to be on high alert with these people. It's just sad, but that's wild.
Punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera, and everything was fine for over.
Look at this. And then she dancing.
That's the point. What I'm
That's really.
She's like, basically what she said, stop being right. Stop being right. That's what's basically just happened. Yeah, she does. These feminists want to have penises so bad. Like, she's rough and tough.
She attacked my wife.
Call the police. Call the police. Why is no one calling the police on this person? Wow.
She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera, and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face.
Dang. Wow. Yeah, see the violence? The violence is crazy. Yeah, and then you see like they put their little, stuff right here. They got a fact check and stuff like that. But because they know this is wrong. All of it is wrong. And then you go to the comments, it says, nothing makes me feel better than people experiencing the rage they're baiting. Interesting. That's why, it's funny that you say that, but God watches everything, okay? And there's a consequence for every action. Social media made y'all way too comfortable disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. That's very interesting because she was just stating facts. Towards the end of the situation, no one's saying anything about, the fact that she's calling her an idiot. You're allowed to have a different opinion from somebody else, whether it's right or wrong. There are things that people say, it is what it is, and then we leave it at that. Especially on this internet situation when there is a lot of keyboard king and queens. What do we really that's why I just don't debate. What's the point? There's no reason. I'm going to say what I got to say, and then I'm going to keep it pushing. That's it. Because at the end of the day, it's laughable because it's like there's people really be burning out their energy to try to prove a point. And it's like, who are you trying to prove it? Yourself? Because I already know the truth. Just like if you know who, whatever the case is, you do what you want to do. But like I said, the truth is the truth. And then the things that's the truth will always come to light, regardless, whether that be a year down the line, 10 years down the line. It is what it is. Okay. But it's crazy how everybody is saying this, and it's because most of the people of this world are falling away from God. So they're going to push Satan's narrative, Satan's opinions on things, but no one's talking about how aggressive she was through the whole video. As she's spitting these facts, she's just saying whatever the case is. You can't even you don't peep like the energy that was going on. But everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson again, y'all just love Mike Tyson. Ordered a 2-piece and then got mad when it arrived hot. Go ahead and eat your food, sweetie. And I think these are all women, or I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not really sure because it's the internet, so you can hide behind different things or whatever the case is. But social media got a lot of people behaving like gangsters until they get knuckled up. Blue dress had that never been punched before energy about her. I'm rolling. She was purposely trying to press her buttons. Did she deserve to be hit? No, but she shouldn't have been antagonizing the lady either. I mean, she didn't have to accept the street interview either. Like people, first of all, when you do these street interviews, whatever the case is, it's an interview, and then they're trying to invoke some type of understanding about a situation or whatever the case is. All right, so it's crazy how they don't want you to speak on anything. It's crazy how she could literally call her every name in the book, and then everybody, and she's saying real ish, which triggered her. Okay, that triggered her. Satan hates marriage. Okay, if you say something like, yo, wait till marriage, women will start cussing at you. Women will, and I've experienced it. They'll just get upset because you're upsetting their demons. Whenever you are spitting facts, don't have, it's either some type of guilt, because yes, you cannot have sex. There was a time when you was a virgin. Yes, there was a time when you didn't do anything. You don't have to have, you don't. You just want to feel the pleasure and then be shocked when the man don't want the baby because he didn't want you. He never wanted you to begin with. Yeah, he may have hit you up in your DMs. Yes, he may have pulled up on the side of the road or whatever the case is, and you accepted the invitation and you chose to open your leg and be with that person. But he didn't really want you, though. He just wanted your body. That's it, which is a reproductive organs. He wanted to play in your reproductive organs. He didn't want to commit to it. He didn't want to procreate with you. He didn't want to continue his lineage with you. So now you feel like you could just do whatever the case is that you want to feel like doing. Life comes with consequences. This world is too instant gratification. This is exactly why you don't debate with strangers. I was on a debate team at one point. That was in high school. I'm not up here to be debating with nobody. I don't try to debate with people because I know people are crazy. You could say one thing, like I said earlier, and then they try to come at you with something else. Because people will get mad at you when they're wrong. Yeah, all of these. She asked her a stupid question. Should we kill the kids in foster care? And that's not a stupid question because that's what's going on. They're babies. It's the common sense isn't really being a common thing. It's really just crazy. You could say something that's literally the fact. That's what it is. Let me ask y'all this. What is abortion? What is it? Is it some type of alien creature that doesn't really what are we going through women's head? That's a child. It is a child. What do you have? You have a brain, you have a heart, right? And of course a soul. It's just that. It's the nurturing level on some women. You gonna do what you want to do. That's your business. I'm not gonna sit here and challenge nobody. because that I don't have time for that. I'm here to do what my father told me to do. That's it. I'm not about to be here debating and arguing with people about certain things. That's just not what I'm about to do. But it's sad that that had to happen like that. A lot of these women, I'm telling you, guys out there, be careful who you lay down with. You thinking if you are with a woman who is out there and doing whatever the case is, and she's okay with, and there definitely men obviously that are going to be okay with, you know, stuff like that, and you know, getting an aborting. But as a woman, that's a very big red flag in my opinion, based off of the reality of the situation. But if you enjoy content like this, if you were edified at all, hit the like button, subscribe. I do have a book out, Value Your Virtue, but more importantly, pick up your Bible. Okay, I recommend the KJV version. Okay. Seek the Most High, because we only have this amount of time to do so, okay? Or not. It's up to you. Obviously, he knows your heart, he knows the intention, but that's a strong recommendation, because I can't wait till Jesus come back, because this is ridiculous.